what are we going to do today? What are we going to do? What? It's been a while since you've seen this thing, huh? That's right. This is our $600 big block Ford 460. She just came back from the dyno. It's been a while, a couple months, 4, 2, 9, but she's back and running great. I'm gonna show you guys what we did to finish it up before we took it to get ran, and then you'll see the pool. It's not really a pool. The dyno is a little different, but it worked. So enjoy a little bit of old footage. This is, you know, before I had this come back and my face is a little more bare. Well, if this just ain't the series that never ends. Found a guy in town with a test stand that said he could fab something up to break in this engine on there. That way, I know everything is good before I go through the trouble of going to where the wagon's at, bringing the engine with me, swapping it all there. We'll know that everything works good before we do it. We're gonna do the last few little things. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. We got the engine set top dead center. Now it's time to put our distributor in. Distributor, distributator, however you want to say it. My number 1 on the cap is right here. So I'm gonna put a mark on the distributor that I can line up the rotor with. So I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a mark right there. And we're just gonna go for the old drop it in. We got that thing in there. Had to lean the engine over this way a little bit to get that oil pump shaft to lean over, and get your little screwdriver, jiggle it around, and then after that it's pretty much luck. So nothing to teach there, sorry. The firing order on a big block Ford is either 15426378 or, and I think, pretty sure it's the second one, 12345678. So we're gonna go with the 12345678 because just something about that feels right. Last thing before we take it to this guy's shop, the thing we're gonna do is put this Wix filter on. We've got the carburetor. Well, that has nothing to do with the filter, so I'll just tell you about the filter. Wix stands for Wicked in Expertise because, you know, they're good. Huh. Well, I think we've got a problem. This engine came out of an F-250. That truck had an oil cooler coming right off of the oil filter. It was an adapter. I don't have that oil cooler anymore. We're just doing a regular old oil filter. So this isn't gonna work because a bolt would go through the adapter and thread into there. So I gotta get a oil filter adapter off Amazon. We got the big bad Junkyard 460 loaded up. Let's take a ride and see what we can do. want to explain this dyno setup we've got going on. This is actually, I believe it's for outboard engines for a boat. On the back of the bell housing, you'll see a hydraulic unit with 2 hydraulic hoses going to it. And that's what puts a load on the engine. Basically a run stand with this outboard dyno bolted to the back. Those hydraulic hoses run back to the big blue box. I knew about what RPM we'd be making peak power at. You set the engine to the RPM you want. And this thing screaming at 4,500 RPM is scary. It's like, I tell you what, I could have crapped out diamonds. So you set it to your RPM, then run over to this blue box, turn that knob on the bottom to put a load on the engine, and then you see that middle gauge, that needle moves up, and you get a number. I don't know what units it is. Once you get that number, you take your formula, calculate it out, and that'll give you horsepower. Not your traditional dyno setup, but it works. So just a little reminder of our setup is a 96 Ford 460 out of a F250. Got a Edelbrock Performer intake, Holley 750, not a double pumper because it's vacuum secondaries. We've got heads off of a 69 429 and Edelbrock cam. I can't remember the part number off the top of my head. 216485. So really mild combo, and this made 351 horsepower at 4,500 RPM. Down low, we were getting 454 pound-feet of torque, which is nuts. I mean, and the way the dyno is set up, you can't do a full power pull, so you don't get a curve off of that boat dyno that he had. Set at an RPM point, put a load on it, and that's your number. So that wasn't even at wide open throttle when we got that number. This thing is good to go in the wagon. No leaks, doesn't run hot, nothing. It is A-okay. All you guys doubting me in the other video, check it out. If it works, it works. Next up, you're gonna see us put it in the wagon and hopefully it'll do a burnout. In the meantime, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and remember, go get them revs.